Hello everybody and welcome back to another tasting video, and in this one we're going to be looking at some Japanese snacks from Nippon shop. So I have a small selection of things here. I'm going to do it again. This is the new style we're trying to work in now, where we do less cuts and less editing, because I don't want to repeat of what happened previously. I don't know how many times I've said that by this point, but we're just going to get into it. We've got a couple of snacks. A couple of savouries, I should say. We've got a sweet snack, and we also have a drink, which will require a cut, actually, so, rip, I guess. But I won't edit it out, because I'm trying to do minimal editing by this point, because of the event. So, we've got our two main players for the snacks. You know them, you love them, we've had them before. It's Koikea and Kalbi. They seem to be the main players as far as like potato snacks go. So let's start with Koikea. And this is the Koikea Strong. Is it what, peppercorn beef flavour? I think it might be Oni beef that they call it, obviously like demon. Looks like we've got some rosemary, some peppercorn, as is expected. So let's get in there. That's a familiar smell. I can't put my finger on it, but it's familiar. So I think that just says strong. Yeah, that just says strong. I don't know. I can't quite pick it up. It's this one katakana here, or at least variations of that katakana. Ah, no, I see. Consomme. Again, an old favourite, consomme. So yeah, this is beef consomme flavour. Fair enough. Okay, nice texture. Pretty standard of the crinkle cuts. Nice crunch to it. Rather thin, small crinkles. The meat flavour, very nice. It's almost juicy in terms of flavour, and that probably doesn't make sense because obviously it's dry. But you know, when you get something so good that it makes your mouth water, and it makes everything else you taste kind of tastes kind of juicy because it makes your mouth water. Probably not, but it's like that. Yeah, flavour is very strong, very rich. It does indeed make one salivate. Oh, here's one with a nice, that's a lot of flavouring on that one, so let's go for it. Oh, yeah, very good, very nice. So, it is similar to the other consomme flavours because obviously they're going to be based around the same sort of ingredients, you know, onion, garlic, pepper, paprika, broth, that kind of thing. But yeah, there is sort of like the peppercorn beefiness to it as well. It's like, in terms of overall flavour, this is one of the most flavourful ones. Because, you know, sometimes when you have like the same the same flavor crisps across different brands. They will taste different. Some will taste very bland, some will taste a lot more flavorful. And this one is a more flavorful one. It legitimately makes my mouth water in a way that others haven't. So it's like every time I take a mouthful, it's like my mouth fills up with saliva, which I know is kind of a gross thing to say, but it's part of eating. It's part of food. It's how the body is designed to, you know, digest and eat food and make it an enjoyable experience. It's all part of how it works. But that aside, very nice, very strong, very flavorful, lots of taste, very umami, very savory, very meaty, all that stuff. Very good. Now, I need a drink to kind of wash that away. I've got my Beetlejuice apple drink here. There we go. So next up, Calbee, as previously mentioned. This is pizza Genovese flavor. Now I don't know what Genovese actually means. All I know is that this seems to be like a mozzarella style pizza with some pesto on it. So I'm assuming it's pesto pizza, like how you'd call a cheesy cheese pizza a margherita. Maybe a pesto cheese pizza is called a Genovese? I don't know. Either way, it's not something we call it in this country, so it's not something I recognise. Right, so... oh, they are crinkle cut once again. Whoa. That is a strong smell. Yeah, you can definitely smell the pesto on that. Pesto being, of course, made from basil, or basil, if you prefer. Which again has a very strong smell. So they have a similar sort of shape and thickness to the koikea over there. Our crinkle cut over here tend to have like bigger ridges and like thicker crunch to them. But I think I prefer the thin, snappy ones. Anyway, enough of that, let's get to eating. Okay, very cheesy. There is a sort of sweetness to it, like a sweetness to the cheese. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be mozzarella. Doing the thing where I try and read it. Something America. Olive oil. Pamu? Would Pamu be short for Parmesan, maybe? I don't know. Cheese. Furike. Furuku. Don't know. That's salt. Garlic powder. Yeah, garlic powder. That makes sense. Chicken powder. Buraku pepper. I'm getting the hang of it. Cheese powder, and then basil, and basil and parsley. So that's the pesto. Oh, we've got melted cheese. Little bits of melted cheese on there. They're kind of like a paste, really, like a sauce. Not a sauce. Yeah, I guess paste. But anyway. So yeah, it's primarily a cheese flavour. I don't think I'm really tasting the pesto. If I am, it's not very strong. But it is nice, yeah. The cheese is very nice, at least. But I think I don't know. I don't know if I'm tasting what could be specifically called pesto, but it does have some really nice flavour to it. Anyway, I should stop because I'm getting carried away. Again, I'm not too sure what kind of cheese that is, because you would think mozzarella with it being pizza, because pizza has a nice stretchy mozzarella on it. But there's a sweetness to it that I don't normally associate with mozzarella, so maybe it's a different cheese in there, I don't know. Anyway, this is where I'm going to do a little mini cut, because our next item is the Dars stick. Now, I've had Dars on the channel before, just like a regular chocolate bar, or like little tiny cubes of chocolate that come in like a tray. Well, this is the hot chocolate, hot cocoa drink version. And this is white chocolate, so we've got white chocolate Dars stick, and it's just, you mix it with 120 ml of warm milk, so I'm going to have to go microwave myself up some milk, and then I'm going to mix it in to into a packet of Dars. So here it is, just a nice sachet, fairly good size as well, quite a lot in there. Yeah, so I'm going to go get that prepared in my mug, and then we'll enjoy some nice hot Dars chocolate. So I'll be right back in just a second. Boop. Okay, so here we go. As soon as I poured it out, it just got this really strong, really nice sweet flavour. Smell. It's almost it's almost kind of like well, I don't know, because as I poured it out, they had like these little tiny black brown granules in them, which I think might have been vanilla pods, but I'm not sure. Either way, it's made a nice really white creamy drink. I suppose the only thing left to do is give it a taste and see what it's like. It's still quite hot, so here we go. Yep. Very milky, very creamy. Not as sweet as I would have expected from the smell, but I suppose you can always sweeten it up with a bit of sweetener or sugar or whatever you like to add. But yeah, that tastes like Dars. It tastes like white Dars chocolate. Yeah, there is like the hint of vanilla in there as well, a vanilla-y kind of taste. And I know people will say like, oh, white chocolate isn't real chocolate, but I don't care. It's still made from like the chocolate fat rather than the cocoa bean, as it were, so it's chocolate enough for me. Besides, people are making all kinds of chocolate these days now. You got rose chocolate, ruby chocolate, blonde chocolate, or whatever. It doesn't matter, just let people enjoy what they enjoy. But yeah, very very nice. Has that very creamy taste. A little bit of vanilla. It could do with being a little bit sweeter, but I understand it not being sweet in case people want to sweeten it for themselves. So I think next time I make it, I'd probably pop like maybe a spoonful of sweetener in there just to bring out the sweetness. But overall, yeah. A really good taste. So, to finish up with the last thing for this video, I have got bourbon salt caramel biscuits. Well, salt caramel cookies it says, but you know, the same thing. So I like me a bit of salted caramel. I didn't at first. When I first tried salted caramel, I wasn't a fan, but it's grown on me. So, put it open here. They kind of remind me of, you know, the butter biscuits you get in those biscuit tins, the ones that always have your grandparents' sewing equipment in it rather than actual cookies. That's what they remind me of. They have a similar kind of packaging vibe as well. But they're like these little ring biscuits. Oh gosh, they don't want to come out of the packet. Okay, there we go. Ooh, that's a very strong caramel smell. As soon as I open that up. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a different kind of sugar they use over there or something, like brown sugar. But something about Japanese caramel it's just, you know, it has this little bit extra to it. It smells really, really good. And it has this slight sugar glazing on it. You can just see it catching the light there. So it has like a smooth finish on it, I suppose you could say. So yeah, let's get to tasting. Very light and crumbly. It's got like lots of sort of little bubbles in the middle, kind of give it that crumbly, crunchy texture. So they're kind of like typical butter biscuits or butter cookies or whatever you want to call them. And they do have... Ooh, that was very nice. That aftertaste there, that was really good. It was like very buttercreamy. But yeah, it's got the caramel taste to it. I'm not really picking out any of the salt. But overall, that's a really good flavour. The caramel is just so nice. It's like such a... I don't know how to explain it. It's just such a rich caramel flavour to it. Like it's different to like caramel that we get in the West. Any of the American caramels I've tried, any of the caramels here in the UK, it just doesn't have the same level of like... I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. There's just something extra to Japanese caramel that I haven't got anywhere else. But yeah, again, I'm only tasting sort of like the sweet creaminess to it. I'm not really tasting any of the salted caramelness. But either way, a delicious flavour, a great texture. It's very melt in the mouth. Like, it's very soft and crumbly, and as you chew it, it breaks down into just like this rich, creamy texture. So yeah, very, very nice. And a good accompaniment to my Dars here. Happy Dars Day to you indeed. So yeah, that is it for this one. Very, very nice, delicious offerings all around. Everything was really good. Can't say a bad thing about any of them really. So yeah, that is from Nippon Shop. I'll put the URL the link down in the description as always, and while you're down there looking at it, why not leave a comment? Let me know what you thought, let me know if there are any other things you'd like me to taste, or give my opinion on whether it be foreign snacks or opinions on British snacks that we get here that you guys don't, that you'd like that opinion on. Excuse me, hiccups now. Other than that, the usual videos to watch, react to, challenges to do, games to play, blah blah blah, ask a question, say hello, all that business, and whatever else that you're not going to do. So until next time, thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next one.